Hi and welcome to Tech Tip Friday. I'm Kurt Stahle, that plastics guy, and I'm bringing you a tip that you could take to the shop floor with you, hopefully today. So today's tech tip, like many, comes from a real-world sales call or experience. In this case, it was a sales call with a new customer. And they called me in because they were faced with having to deal with very large volume purchases for very tiny production runs and or small parts. So depending on the sector that you're in, this may not be an unfamiliar story to you. So the problem, the pain point, if you will, most of their current suppliers have fairly high minimums, 1,000 pounds, 1,500 pounds, essentially, a full carton of custom colors, and they won't back down, and the price is very, very high. So that leaves them with some rather unfortunate options. Store years and years worth of material. So your money, your cash flow, the most important thing that you can have in your business is tied up doing nothing on a shelf. That's not a position you want to be in. Or they would have to invoice their customer for that special order, high volume material, and the customer would be left to wonder why their part price is so high. So that's a bit of an ouch to the customer. Now, the customer, the person buying the parts, they don't necessarily understand all of the economics behind the scene, but they can certainly understand when there's a high piece price. And this is something in manufacturing that we have a mindset around. It's piece price or price per unit of weight. If we're talking resins, that would be pounds or kilos. So what can we do to drive that price down? Well, this may be a little counterintuitive, but you have to look at smaller volumes of these low volume materials. And that is not to imply that the price is going to be lower, quite the opposite. But you have to keep in mind that it's far more economical to buy 50 or 100 pounds of a custom compounded material. And yes, that price per pound is going to be pretty eye-watering, but the money you're going to lay out is far less than buying 1,000 pounds or 1,500 pounds of that custom colored material, probably outsourced to a toll compounder by your material supplier. So why not just deal with somebody who can run that 50 to 100 pounds? And I have plenty of experience doing that. So if you're interested, reach out to me and we can talk about that as an option. The price per pound is going to be eye-watering, I warn you. But how much money do you want to spend, and where do you want that money? Do you want it used up making parts that you're going to sell to your customer, or do you want it sitting on your shelf in material that is unused, that after a few years somebody is probably going to make the managerial decision to write down or get rid of, and you've just wasted a pile of money? What for? Buy the amount of material that you need to do the run, price the parts accordingly, but if you buy right, price per pound will be high, but your overall expenditure for that material will be significantly less than if you had to adhere to a full carton minimum of a custom colored material. So keep that in mind. You literally have to think outside the box of material. See what I did there? Sorry. I could be better at my humor, but hey, you tune in for a tech tip, not a stand-up routine. Do think outside the box, get creative with your supply base, and come up with these solutions that allow you to keep your cash in your pocket, your customers happy, while still having the ability to explain to them that you're doing the right thing, and that's what it's all about. Thanks everyone. Have a great Friday. Take care. Have a great weekend. If you're here in Canada, we're heading into a long weekend, so I wish you a safe and happy long weekend, and we will be back next Friday with another tech tip that you can take to the shop floor. Thanks so much.